the Ranger procedures, and I mean that's comparable to the Navy SEALs as I understand it. But anyhow, Mr. Johnny is doing well. He's very, very upbeat, and it just so happens that on February 27th, which was 2 weeks ago, there was a very good article that on Mondays, I keep asking everybody to look at their Morning Advocate on Mondays in the section, section D. There's something about basically there's one issue that wasn't about Louisiana, it was Mississippi, but it was on the border, how it connects to Louisiana. And the Louisiana Military Hall of Fame, and in this picture here, who's in it but Mr. Johnny Raymond. And
another friend, Brigadier General Robert LeBlanc as well.
That's correct, that is correct. Mr. Johnny Raymond is Lieutenant Colonel, way up there.
Big time.
But
welcome back, KSLO.
Please, everybody keep your prayers for Mr. Johnny. Very outstanding man with an outstanding record, and you can Google him and learn a lot more than I have the time and the expertise to tell you all about his service days. But in Thailand, he's a little god over there, because he went in and really saved, helped those people protect themselves. So anyhow, Mr. Johnny and Miss Courtney, we love y'all.
March 9th, I think it's this, Friday night? Is that the right date? I think
Friday.
It is. Friday
is the night.
We have a night on the town, which we've seen the last couple of years over at Donald Gardner Stadium. It's a huge youth event. And of course, if you're an adult, you can go by and see what's going on. All these kids, over 1,000 students and their leaders, will all be camping out in boxes to learn a lot about homeless awareness is what it boils down to, all around the stadium. There's going to be some music performed by 3 live Christian musical groups as well. It's a good get-together type thing, and they're going to be out there all night. If you want to go by, if you want to make donations, you can help out. Let the Lighthouse Mission over here, the men's shelter, know about you wanting to help. Just give them a call, or Hope for Opelousas as well, who's very active as well. Now, you want to show Hope for Opelousas while I brought them up? We can show some photos?
We sure can.
Show this here, Mark. They just bought with the property adjoining their location.
Adjoining their present location. I went through the building prior to coming here to tape the program and took a few little quick snapshots with my little camera. And what I saw was a good sound building to work with. In other words, they're not having to cover up a lot of and replace a lot of deterioration in the building. The building just needs to be updated, painting and putting probably some new type windows and things like that. But
and you can see the existing building is the bright yellow one right next door.
Two volunteers of college students, Christian colleges, one out of the state of Iowa and the other out of the state of Tennessee. And you can see some pictures here of these youngsters working away, and you can also,
television is there.
Channel 3 is in there, and that's good. I hope they give them a good time slot there. Let the people know. Now this is the building that started the project going, and they've outgrown this particular building.
And they help young people go and learn good study habits, good snacks. You know,
and they take them on some beautiful field trips. They've really done a great job. That's Lauren Carrier is the on-site director, and of course I've got to give Reggie and Marie Dupre a lot of credit for putting up a good portion of the money, and of course others like myself also can donate,
and you can help as well.
And it's a 501c, so it's tax deductible, no questions asked, and you can see the proof of the pudding is right there in front of you.
And what I like is it's not just kids coming from out of state to come and help our people here that need the help. What I see them do is they immediately come in, they grab a handful of the kids at OHS and get them active in helping the community as well. So it's not just about people from outside coming in, it's about helping to motivate and get our people here active in helping the needy here in our own town.
We're in the process of celebrating our 200th year of existence here in Louisiana.
It's not your 200th birthday yet.
No, not mine, but the state's.
The state.
The state. I've got a little bit to go on that, but I've got a good portion of it. A good portion of it. Don't be laughing at me that way. And they're gonna really commemorate a lot of products that are still here and others that are bygone. And one of them that they featured immediately was Hadacol. And of course, the late Louisiana State Senator Dudley J. LeBlanc from Abbeville, Louisiana, was the founder of the company that had this Hadacol medicine, for medicinal purposes.
Right.
And the products were dust, and 12% alcohol.
Okay.
And that made it a very popular project. And they go on to really tell you a lot about what happened in, I guess it was either the early 60s or late 50s. Mr. Dudley LeBlanc decided to sell his company.
Cousin Dudley.
Cousin Dud. Cousin Dud is that.
Oh, yeah.
That was, and it began as a quirky stuff, beginning with a bottle of Hadacol, and then Hadacol had notably B1 and B2 and minerals with 12% alcohol, and it was initially mixed in a barrel, and LeBlanc was born.
And he had been a state senator.
That's correct. And Hadacol's popularity skyrocketed. He brought in Hollywood movie stars, and I remember those times and days, and went around the several states, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, went into these states and promoted big functions. And then a few days later, he would run through it with a whole bunch of trucks in a caravan. They were empty, but nobody knew they were empty. They thought they were making deliveries. And then about a day later or 2 days later, here comes the Hadacol salesman, and he was taking orders. And I mean, he built this thing up and sold it to a group of men from New York for about $25 million, and I don't know if they sold another full case of it.
He made his money while the money was good.
While it was good.
And the whole power of it was the fact he was just a tremendous marketer. He just broke new ground in marketing like no one had ever done before.
No one had ever done before. So that's one of the reasons they're promoting this product as part of the centennial celebration.
Dr. Kerry Thibodeau, if you need to go and see a doctor, if your Hadacol isn't working for you, you need to get something done.
By the way, I've got about 3 bottles of it still. Yes, sir.
Don't use it all.
Oh, no, I'll keep that. It's going to be worth some money. It's going to be worth some money. Meg and Kelly, y'all make sure y'all get your hands on that when something happens to Dad.
That's right. Dr. Kerry Thibodeau, board-certified general surgeon. He's a wound care expert and a vascular surgeon if you need help with varicose veins. Maybe you're not healing well from a prior surgery you've had or diabetic-type issues. Dr. Kerry Thibodeau is one of the best around for that type of work for you. He can do everything from skin grafts. He can do the hyperbaric treatments so that it gets your skin to heal much faster. Dr. Kerry Thibodeau over at the Opelousas General Health System in that building.
And they're having something, is it this weekend?
What's that, the golf?
No. They're having something at Willie's this weekend. We didn't get anything on it. No.
I don't have
During our break, let's check it out.
We'll do some digging.
It's what, squirrel, this would be the what? The
squirrel cook-off is this weekend?
No. Would it be the squirrel or the rabbit? I think it's the rabbit right now.
Might be.
I think it's the rabbit cook-off fundraiser.
We'll look at
and part of the money goes to Dr. Farazana's scholarship that they created in honor of the late Dr. Farazana. And the rest of it goes to, it'll say if you can find a bulletin. But do that on our break.
I will.
We'll soon be going on break. We have 3 minutes left.
The Acadiana Runners Ball is coming up. That's going to be a 5K 1-mile fun run from March 31st over here in St. Landry Parish to help benefit the St. Landry Parish Veterans Memorial over there on the Sunset Highway on 182. You know about that. The run's going to be March 31st. It's Saturday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Evangeline Downs Event Centers where everyone's going to meet to crank up. They're going to go down Cresswell Lane. They're going to give medals. And the band is going to play at the end. It's Horace Trahan and the Ocean Express.
One of the best around.
You can sign up by going to active.com. Very, very good. And I got no phone numbers. I do. Melanie Lee LaBeouf, 948-5227.
Another obituary we have here was fire claims a janitor at Vidrine Elementary. That was real sad. He was working in this and somehow or another must have had a problem getting out of that, the door.
They think the roof got on him before he could get out the little room. He got trapped in the room.
Trapped in the room, and he was 58-year-old Donald Ray Thomas. He had been working there and loved by everybody at that little school. Janitors are very popular if they want to be. If they want to, work with the kids.
They got to help the school teacher. They got to help the kids when they're hunting something
That's
down.
right, and a lot of them really get loved by the staff and the kids.
How many times you forgot a book? You had to go back to school and ask the janitor to let you in to get that book or get whatever you missed.
I had left my hanging clothes at the
retreat
house last Sunday.
You found them? They were still there?
Yes, the front was locked up, but I remembered that Marie and her staff that worked there, they were doing some cleanup work after we left, and so I was able to go in through the back door with their permission.
LHC Group, all your home health care needs, LHC Group can help you, and that's all about the equipment that you might need, like an oxygen equipment or the lift chairs, the special hospital beds maybe you want to use at your home. If you need therapists at home, nursing at home, they can handle all that as well. And I saw that they just bought the Baptist Health System, which is a huge system over in Alabama. It's all, I say bought, they merged with the LHC Group. 33,000 patients a year, 4,300 employees. Wherever you are throughout the United States, if you need home health care, contact LHC Group. It's all about helping people.
I have a death here of a person that I met in the early 70s, probably 72 or 73, when I was serving on the Insurance Rating Commission Board. And I'm speaking of Charles, better known as Charlie Smith. He was aged about 69 years old. He was a very popular, very strong lobbyist for was industry, and I remember that's what he was coming before us, interested in workers' compensation that was struggling back in those days to get the coverage at a reasonable price, along with the general liability and all. After a whole number of years of very successful leadership for the various industries that he represented, he kind of gave up that part of his life and went and did what he wanted to do, and that was write poems and sell these poems in the French quarters. And he became known to many, many people, and in fact, he tapped me on the shoulder one day. I didn't recognize him because I was certainly not looking for him to be in that particular role. Right. And I had a good conversation with him. And anyhow, for all of you all that remembered him, keep the family in your prayers.
KSLO and TV. We're going to see you folks on the other side of 3 for more photos and good news.